Hello, everybody. I just want to do a video on the Soto watch. And I see a lot of Yankee fans really stressing about this. Like, we have to get him, we have to get him, we have to get him, or we're not going to be any good. My take on Soto is one, it's already past the 7 million threshold, so the Yankees have already done their part. Um, it's going to come down to whether Soto wants um, the big money from the highest bidder or whether he really wants to be a Yankee. And I really can't fault the guy if he wants to go with the higher bidder. It looks like the Mets are going to go higher than the Yankees. If he goes to the Mets, how could you fault the guy for going with more money? I know people say, what's this many million versus this many million? But there have been athletes who have thrown everything away, who have lost most of their money after their careers, and just by mismanaging it, just by doing bad things business wise, from a business standpoint, from a financial standpoint. So I'm not going to sit here and fault the guy for wanting to take as much money for his family and himself as he wants. I'm not going to fault him for that. So the Yankees have already passed the 700 million threshold. They have done more than people, I think, expected them to at this point. And if we lose him, it's not the end of the world. I mean, to get him, we most likely had to give a lot of money in the deal to make it happen. We had to throw money the Padres' way. So there's that. So we're going to be saving money that way. We're also losing Rizzo, Torres, and Verdugo, and maybe Canley. Definitely Holmes just went to the Mets. I really feel bad for Met fans now. He might have put up some good numbers enough to get into the to be an all-star. He's blows a lot of saves. So if he's going to be a bullpen guy, he's going to blow a lot. And the reason he does, I think he's got like good ground ball stuff. He gets a lot of ground ball outs. But if you don't have the best defense behind him, if the guys don't play stellar defense, and even good defenses mess up, we know this. Um, he's going to be bad because he's going to blow games and give up runs. So there's that. And then I hear they might want to make him a starter. This guy hasn't started in years, since he was like in Pittsburgh. God knows if he's even going to be able to do it. So to bank on him being a starter, I think, is a big ask. And I think ultimately it's probably not going to work out. Um, you want a big time starter to be a strikeout guy, and he's just not that kind of guy. So anyway, we're going to be losing money from, or saving money from losing Holmes now. Rizzo, Verdugo, and Torres are all probably goners. Plus, you're probably saving money from the money that was given in the trade to the Padres. You're going to save some money there, and from losing Soto. So we're gonna have a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money coming off the books, and there might be some guys coming off the books that I don't know about. So I don't know if there are other guys coming off the books too. So we're gonna have a lot of money, so to speak. What if? Let me throw you a what if. What if we end up with Corbin Burns, that guy on the Braves, fried that pitcher, and make a couple of trades? Maybe trade Stroman and um and Rodon or something like that, or if not Rodon, Stroman and Nestor Cortez, and then maybe bring some guys back. And one of the guys that could be brought back in a trade could be, and maybe the Cubs would be interested in Stroman. I don't know if he could be part of a deal like this, but for Cody Bellinger. So what if then instead of having Soto, you're going to have Bellinger, who could play the outfield or the infield, so he could also be a first baseman. Don't think he's a great defensive guy though, but he can hit. Maybe not quite as good as Stroman. Maybe not Stroman. Not Soto. Not where anywhere near as good as Soto, but he's still a decent hitter. Plus, you're getting maybe two big time free agent pitchers in Burns and Fried. I think that would be cool. And then obviously you're going to have to replace second base and first base. Some people say move Jazz over to second. We have, I think, a young third baseman in the minors. Call him up. So who knows? And then there's also Spencer Jones. Maybe he comes to camp and looks lights out and steals a spot in spring training. And maybe he's your hitter, and he's a lefty. Okay, well, so is Soto, but I don't know. I think you can't say it's all one guy. You can't say it's just one guy. And did he win us maybe the playoffs to get to the World Series? Maybe with that big home run against Cleveland. But if you have lights out pitching, if we can get lights out pitching, and you got to think right now, if we lose Soto, it's got to be pitching, and more pitching. If we lose Soto, you got to get pitching, and more pitching, and build it up that way. You got to do pitching, and then obviously, fill in holes where you can. We're never going to have, if we lose Soto, that same dynamic we had with the 1-2-3 punch with the hitters, with Judge, Soto, and Stanton. You're never gonna recreate that in what you have. But could you bolster other areas? Like I said, starting pitching, bullpen, and get a second baseman, get a first baseman, maybe make a trade. These are all options. I'm not giving up on this team. I'm not freaking out if Soto doesn't sign. I'm thinking, how can we allocate this newfound money on other players? And fans, if you think that way, it's going to be okay. We are all going to be okay. There's way more important things in sports, in life, than sports. My sister has cancer. She's had it since 2020. She's been battling it. She's going to have it the rest of her life. She's been going through Keytruda treatments. She went through chemo. And it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been an easy 4 years dealing with this cancer with my sister. She's like my best friend. I'm really close with her. We're really close in age. We're not even a year apart. And I don't know what I'll do if I lose her. She's means so much to me, and I love her so much. And that's more important to me than sports, to be honest with you. There's more important things in life than sports. And then, my family's been basically broke this whole year. We hardly have any money for gifts and stuff, so I just splurged on myself and for something to put under the tree, and I bought me and my parents tickets to see Wicked, and then we went to dinner afterwards. So that was my present to my parents, basically. Movie and dinner out, and it was like a holiday thing. We do it every year, but we couldn't go to a really expensive restaurant this year. Usually we go to Longhorn Steakhouse, which is a Darden restaurant, but that was too expensive for us. So we went to this place called Cody's Roadhouse Bar and Grill. So those things are a little more important, financial issues, family members that have cancer and other terminally illness diseases. Those are a little more important and put things into perspective. If we don't get Soto, I'm not going to sit here and cry or get upset. I'm going to say, let's turn a page. Let's try to salvage the rest of the off season. And you know, one thing that cheers me up whenever something bad happens, Star Wars, and there's a new episode of Skeleton Crew. We had our first 2 episodes last Tuesday, and we're gonna have a new one. I believe one episode on Tuesday. So we're gonna have a new episode on Tuesday, and I'm really excited about that. I cannot wait. First 2 episodes were very Spielberg, Ambling, Goonies, Stand By Me, The Explorers from the 80s, if you guys remember that movie. So yeah, there's way more important things than sports, and I think I hold Star Wars ahead of sports. When the Yankees lost the 2004 ALCS to the Red Sox, I was upset. So you know what I did? I turned on my favorite Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back, and it cheered me up. It was like, you know what? Yankees lost. This is bad, but at least I got Star Wars. You always got to put things into perspective, people, and have something as a backup for what you can do in a situation, even if the situation is beyond us and we can't do anything about it. What can you do to control the situation? And one way is step back and find something you like. Find a hobby or something other than baseball or sports. Find something that you can have that's your own, that you like. Maybe your family likes it too. I don't know. Maybe it's something you share with your family. Maybe it's game night. Maybe you like to play board games with your family at night. Maybe it's maybe you like to play chess. Maybe you're a chess player. Maybe you like to play sports. Go back, instead of watching sports, worrying about Soto, go out in your yard and play baseball or wiffle ball. There's always stuff like that to do. Unless you live in a cold climate where there's snow on the ground. I live in Florida. I could go out right now and play wiffle ball. But just put it into perspective, people. It's way more important things, and there's always something that can cheer you up. For me, anyway. And that thing for me, if Soto signs today or tomorrow, I'm not going to let it get to me. And then Tuesday, I'm going to sit down and watch Skeleton Crew, and it's going to wash it all away. It's going to be like, I don't care. I got some new Star Wars content to watch. Okay. Okay, everybody. Peace out, guys. Happy Sunday, and hopefully the Giants lose. I got my Skywalker 77 Giants jersey on. Yeah, hopefully they lose. We want that draft pick, people. We want that draft pick. Yes, we do. Yeah, just lose every game from here on out, but do it in style, man. Look good doing it. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.